Okay, Tony, it's time to get going on getting your watch broken down here. Start with the movement, take off the dial and hands, get everything cleaned and assessed, and make sure we get the jeweling done, get your case cleaned up, and get everything back together. So we are ready to go. Okay, so let's get going. Start with your winding components, get everything off that we can while we're in the case. Case is a nice way to hold things. Come on. There we go. Go ahead and let the power out of your mainspring. All right, good. Cap jewel. All right, so now let's go ahead and take out your movement from the case. Very nice. Oh, that is very nice. Beautiful dial. Beautiful, beautiful dial. All right. Okay. Get everybody lined up here. Alright, there's your second hand. Your minute hand. And your hour hand. Very good. Okay. So now we get to take off your dial and have a look at year of production, year and month. All right. We've got a 2-1, and your case back is a 2-3. So they're 2 months apart, which is really nice. Very cool. Okay. Let's get your spacer off. Very good. Looks great. All right. And now we can proceed with disassembly. This part goes fairly quickly. We want to make sure that we're looking at every component as we go as well, to be sure that we've got everything in good shape prior to cleaning and jeweling and all of that. That way there are no surprises when we get to reassembly. We've got a little bit of added movement here that may need to move a bit. That bushing, we're going to look at all your bushings and all your pivots and everything very closely under the microscope to be sure that everything is in good shape. Sometimes, even with the best looking movements, there's wear that you're not expecting, and you got to be very careful. Here's one of those places where you don't expect wear, but you get it regardless. It's right here in your palette fork jewels. They can wear very strangely, but that looks pretty good. Okay, let's keep going. Right. Woo-wee. Okay, so a lot of wear here, and you can see it here on your bridge. This is it's called S2 lubricant. It's the lubrication of that Seiko used in the barrels for your mainspring. You can see here again there's more of this rubbing, so jeweling is needed for sure. Sorry for the noise, my dogs have just figured out that I'm here, so they're joining me. There's your fourth wheel. Okay. Very goofy. Noisy dogs. Woo-wee. Oh my. That has some wear in it. Look at that. Woohoo. Okay, well we're definitely gonna do that jeweling. It's amazing how much friction there can be in these trains if they're not up to spec. Unfortunately, I don't think that Seiko ever intended these to last for 50 years. I think they had a shelf life of a few years, and Seiko just went ahead and left them to wear. But that's our legacy of 6000 series Seikos. And luckily we have a good solution. So I'm happy about that. Come on, come back. Oh. All right, let's take off your plate. And your wheel. Okay, so this reveals your calendar components and your, oh no, come on. There we go. And your keyless works. All metal movement here. This is nice to see, of course. You got your metal gear, your intermediary gear. Some of them they are plastic, most of them in fact. Only the early models were metal there. So this is an all metal movement. Even the date finger is a metal piece. It's really nice. Not that the others are inferior, but they are definitely a cost saved situation. This right here. Nice metal piece. Got a little bit of rust here. That's interesting. I'll have to clean that up just a bit by hand. Not what I expected. I mean, there has been water in the movement, just moisture, I would say, not water, but moisture in the movement. And so it's not totally unexpected that there will be some rust on a few components here. Got a little hair in here. That's very interesting. Get that out of here. Okay. Take your die shock. Okay, last pieces are the keyless works. Okay. I'll take a close look at that pivot. There's your last part. And there we go. Okay, well, we're going to get to the jeweling and the cleaning and make sure all of your parts and pieces are as they should be. And we'll be back. Okay. Okay, Tony, it's time for us to get started. We're going to begin with the reassembly process. I always like to point out these new features that have been added to your main plate here. You've got a lower mainspring arbor port jewel that's been installed. That's one of our custom-made, produced in America, really nice jewels. And here's your upper mainspring arbor port jewel. So that's now installed and ready to start doing its job of keeping that barrel nice and fixed in place. So it looks great. Okay, so we're going to begin with a little bit of lubrication here. you can put in your hacking lever. Good. Okay. Next wheel is your escape wheel. Then your third wheel. And your fourth wheel, which gets a small amount of lubrication along the shaft. And there it goes. Okay, put your barrel in. Good. All right, so now you can put your bridge in place. Let's check if we got that right. Well, it looks perfect. Ooh, come on. Crazy screws. Seem to have a mind of their own sometimes. All right, good. Okay. Great. Everybody's nice and tight. Put in your click. Okay, now your ratchet wheel goes in place. Your mainspring was in exceptionally good shape, so we left that. Did not replace it. Just cleaned and reinserted it into the barrel. Frankly, I think the original ones are a little bit better in terms of quality than the replacements. Let's do a small bit of lubrication here. Good. Okay, let's flip your movement. And we will start with some lubrication of the calendar side. And there's the die shock. Good. Now let's lubricate your third wheel and escape wheel. Good. And your center wheel gets some D5 and your cannon pinion. Oops. There we go. Okay, for a moment, that's all we need to do on the calendar side. We're gonna get your train up and running, and then we'll check our work. Okay, I've pre-lubricated your jewels on the skate nut on your pallet fork. Oh, there we go. All right, let's make sure that's free. Yes. Okay. Good. Looks great. Okay. Perfect. Let's go ahead and put full power in your mainspring here so we can. Very nice. All right. Next is your balance. Be right back. Gotta grab it. Okay. Here we go. Moment of truth. Will it run? Of course it'll run. What am I talking about? Just needs a little persuasion. And to be flat, of course. That always helps. Okay, let's go ahead and get your upper die shock. And there we have it. A running 6105. All right, let's check our work, see how we did. Okay, Tony, well, here we are. I didn't have to do much adjustment. Your beat error, of course, was still at 0. I did bring the rate down just a touch, but as you can see, we're breaking in really well. This is just a few, maybe 20-30 minutes after putting the balance in. And I'm really happy with where we're going here. This is just really solid. Okay, Tony. Well, things are looking good. We are ready to finish up with the reassembly. So I'm going to get the rest of your calendar components put on here. So let's get that done. Come on. Everybody wants to jump today. All right. Good. So add a little more lubrication here to your corrector. Excellent. Okay. Now we can put your plate on. Okay. Let's check your quick date and your conventional date changeover. Excellent. Okay. So next stop is dial in hands, and we will get your watch back in your case. I'll be back. Okay, Tony, let's go ahead and get you finished up here. We're going to put the last couple components on while we're in the case. Sorry about that. Alright, let's make sure your fingers, magic fingers, are doing the magic thing. One off magic finger. Apologize for the snoring in the background, of course. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's perfect. Okay. Get these Beautiful edges, quick cleanup. That looks so good. I love these movements. They just look so nice. Okay, last part is your winding weight. There we go. And your screw. Alrighty, get your case back gasket. Perfect. Alright, one last blast of air. And with that, we have completed the service on your beautiful 6105. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look, see where we are. There it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and just review for a minute. So, of course, as expected, full service on the movement. I was able to go ahead and get your pip glass reaffixed here in your bezel. I didn't put any lume in as requested. We can always go back and redo that if you'd like. It doesn't hurt to do that. Your bezel turns really smoothly, got good solid clicks. I rebuilt your crown, reattached your stem, of course. So now you're locking and resealed. New case back seal. Look how nice that's aligned. Very cool. All right, well, I also was able to clean up your hands just a bit. Got all the black stuff off of your metal on your hands. Did a nice job, I think, on the sweep second. You know, you still have some patination on the loom in your hands, but you know what? I'm not so stressed about hand loom being a little bit blotchy. It's really the dial and the features that just come out so strong when you get a new crystal in, when you get it all cleaned up. I think it just looks beautiful. No polishing, of course, on your case, just cleaning with soapy water and a little bit of a rag, you know, to get the finish as we want it. But overall, it just came out really nice. I think it looks fantastic. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what we've replaced. Your baggie is here. Whoop. So there's your upper bushing that was replaced with a jewel. You had, there's your gasket for your crown, which is of course a hard piece of plastic. Here's your bezel gasket, which is again a crispy piece of plastic, your case back, and your crystal. So these will come back to you. Make sure that those are coming home. Everything else was just fine. Had to do some minor adjustments here and there, but overall, you know, this is a strong runner. This is a good movement. It's a beautiful watch. I think you're going to enjoy this one for a long time. You say you intend to keep it forever, which I recommend. They're so good. Everything functions just as it should. We'll turn over. Whoops, we always seem to hack right there. There we go. Okay. So hacking, of course, works, as we've seen. Nice smooth action of your crown. There's your click over at midnight. Get a little bit past that and we'll check your quick date. course, that goes right through as it should. Today is the 8th. All right, well, Tony, thank you so much again for trusting me with your beautiful Captain Willard. I look forward to getting this back to you, and I'll be in touch. Thanks for watching.